Yo, welcome to my survival world. My name is Sam and I'm back with another guide. And in today's guide, I'm gonna teach you everything about bees, including where to find them and how to breed them, and also about all the resources they can provide, such as honey and honeycomb, used to make fun things like candles. And I got some bonus info like how to make a super fast elevator using honey blocks. But first, we gotta find some bees, so let's go! Alright. To find bees, you need to find a bee nest, which spawn on oak or birch trees. Bee nests have a chance to spawn on a tree in the following biomes: forest, birch forest, and old growth forest at a 0.035% chance, flower forest at a 3% chance, plains and sunflower plains at a 5% chance, and finally, if there is a naturally generated tree in a meadow, it has a 100% chance to have a bee nest on it. Bee nests are most commonly found in flower forest biomes because of the high tree and flower density. Oak and birch trees grown from saplings that are within 2 blocks of a flower have a 5% chance to spawn with a bee nest containing 1 to 3 bees. This works in any biome and with any flower. Naturally generated bee nests spawn with 3 bees in them. Bees fly into a nest or hive at night or during rain. Once you find a bee nest, you can mine it with any tool or your fist, though they break faster with an axe. If a bee nest is broken with a tool not enchanted with silk touch, it will drop nothing, and any bees inside emerge from the nest angry at the player. However, if a silk touch tool is used, the bee nest drops itself, and any bees inside remain inside. But fair warning, any bees outside the nest will still become angry. Bees inflict poison damage when they attack you, and they lose their stinger, which will cause the bee to die within 1 minute. Something to remember if this happens: bees take increased damage from Bane of Arthropod enchantment. But don't attack bees, y'all. They're too cute to kill. Bees can be attached to leads. Bees live together in colonies and take any bee nest or beehive that has enough space as its home. Homeless bees wander around searching for empty beehives. Bees can enter the nest from any side, but can only leave the nest from the front. To breed bees, you can use any of the 1 or 2 block flowers. By holding a flower, the bees will begin to follow you. Then to breed them, you just give 2 bees each a flower. Like so. Okay guys, settle down. Let me give you one here. Then they'll have hearts above their heads. And then they will do the thing they do. And then they'll have a little baby bee. How cute is that? And baby bees take 20 minutes to reach adulthood. But if you give a baby bee a flower, each flower will reduce the remaining growth time by 10%. When a bee is in its hive, the growth timer stops. Bees fly around their nest and are attracted to all types of flowers, including wither roses, sweet berry bushes, flowering azalea, and flowering azalea leaves. Bees ignore flowers in pots. The bee circles the flower or bush for about 30 seconds while making happy buzzing sounds to collect the pollen. Bees usually venture up to 22 blocks from their beehive to find something they can pollinate. A bee carrying pollen changes its texture to include pollen spots on its back, and drops pollen particles to fertilize plants within 3 blocks of the bee. Bees that have pollen can pollinate wheat, potatoes, carrots, beetroots, melon stems, pumpkin stems, berry bushes, and cave vines that they fly over. When one of these plants gets pollinated, it advances a growth stage similar to using bone meal. To pollinate the plant, the particles must touch it directly. A bee can fertilize plants 10 times each time they have pollen. Afterward, the bee flies back to its hive or nest and makes honey. It takes about 2 minutes for the bee to do this. This increases the honey level of the hive by 1. When the honey level reaches 5, honey can be seen dripping from the hive. At this point, the player can collect either honey by using bottles to get, honey bottles, or by using shears you can obtain 3 honeycombs. Fortune enchant does not increase the amount of honeycomb you get, and the bees will attack you if you try to collect these items. But if you place a lit campfire within 5 blocks directly under the nest, the bees will not become hostile. Putting a carpet over the campfire to protect the bees only works in Java Edition. You can also use a redstone contraption to collect the honey or honeycomb safely. Honeycomb can be used to craft beehives by combining wood planks with 3 honeycombs. This acts just like a natural bee nest. You can make honeycomb blocks by combining 4 honeycombs. These are just used as decorative blocks and cannot be changed into honeycomb after. You can craft candles by adding string to one honeycomb. Then you can craft different color candles by adding dye. Also, you can use honeycomb to wax copper blocks to lock them in their current oxidized state. And you can remove the wax with an axe, so the copper will go back to oxidizing like normal. Honey bottles are a consumable drink that restores 6 hunger. Honey also removes any poison effects from the player after consumption, but it's slower to eat than any other food. You can combine 4 honey bottles to make a honey block. Bees really like honey blocks and will shove their faces in them. Honey block is used as a component in a lot of redstone contraptions because of its sticky quality. Honey blocks can be used to slow entities like soul sand. They also reduce fall damage by 80% if you land on them. You can also slide down honey at a slow speed and not take any fall damage. This is the mechanic used to make the honey elevator. This is the super fast honey elevator. You only need honey blocks with soul sand in the back, with water above that goes all the way to the top, surrounded by the building block of your choice. I use glass blocks in this case, and I highly recommend you put water or a slime block at your landing zone so you don't go splat when you land, and then you'll have yourself a super fast honey elevator. And with that, you have mastered the way of the bee. Thank you so much for watching today's guide. If it helped at all, please leave a like, and for more guides just like this one, please subscribe. It really helps. Thank you so much again, and have a wonderful day. Peace. Wait, you're still here? Well, that's great, because I wanted to say one more thing. I actually have a Let's Play series in this world, so if you want to see some behind the scenes action and have some fun, go check out that series too. I think you'll enjoy it. Thank you again. Bye. By using honey bottles, I stopped saying honey bottles. By using honey bottles to get, well, honey bottles, and I said it again, and I said it again. I said the honey bottles, and the honey bottles, and the honey bottles. But if you place a lit campfire within five freaking
You like jazz? No, that's no good.